Hey guys, and welcome back to Lucy, the eternity she wished for. So, this one's probably gonna be a little short. I didn't really plan on. I planned on recording, but then things happened today. Children were being very rowdy and such, and I thought I was going to have to keep my littlest one up longer, but she actually got tired an hour after her bedtime instead of later. So I was able to put her bed earlier than usual, but I still don't have a lot of time and a lot of energy to put into a video. So let's get into it. Okay. Entering my room, I lock the door behind me. I hear my father yelling as he continues banging on my door for a while. I'm not sure how many minutes have gone by. It feels like an eternity. Even if I block my ears, I can still sense the floor shaking. I curl up my body and wait for the moment to pass. The clock slowly ticks away. After a long while, I uncover my ears. The noises have stopped, and I finally begin to relax. As my head eventually clears up, I realize what I've done. I had finally lost control. I've yelled at my father for the first time in my life. It's been a while since the last time I was hit by my father. It was like the rupturing of a dam after so much pressure and strain. Thinking back, it's strange that we've never had any direct confrontations like this one. Our relationship was like an unstable bomb, but I'd always managed to prevent it from going off. But today was different. Well, it was bound to happen sooner or later. I tried to slow down my breathing.
주인님,
Lucy calls out to me cautiously. What is it?
괜찮으신지요?
I wonder what she means by all right. Nothing's all right. But I know what she meant. So I give a small nod anyway. With a wet handkerchief from who knows where, Lucy wipes down my sweaty forehead. The fruity smell of her perfume is surprisingly calm.
외람되지만 주인님,
What is it?
아버님께 그런 말투를 쓰는 건 좋지 않다고 생각해요.
My face quickly becomes contorted with anger. What the heck? Are you also telling me I'm a bad person? Lucy shakes her head.
나쁘다고 하는 건 아니에요. 하지만 아버님과 대화할 때는 좀 더 다정하게 말하는 편이 좋다고 생각해요. 가족이잖아요. 분명 속으로는 상처받으셨을 거예요.
Oh, you don't think I'm bad, huh? When you're the one telling me that it's my fault entirely? I was the one hurt, and he was the one who hurt me. My head is aching, so just drop it and leave me alone. Lucy, who had been squirming about, goes completely still. Both her eyes suddenly lose their color. After a while, she springs back to life.
하지만 주인님, 메모리칩에 기록된 통상적인 가정 문제들을 검색해본 결과 가정 불화를 유도하는 바람직하지 않은 대화 유형 중에 주인님과 아버님 사이에서 벌어진 패턴과 유사한 과정이 다수 검출되었답니다.
What are you talking about?
논리적으로 따져봤을 때 주인님의 행동은 여러 2차적 문제를 야기시킬 가능성이 있어요. 이 문제를 해결하기 위해서는 먼저 주인님께서 잘못을 인정하고 아버님께 사죄를...
Shut up! Your explanations don't even make sense and you're calling it logical? You wouldn't understand a thing anyway.
네? 루시가 본 게 뭐냐고 하시면...
What can you possibly tell from watching us for just 5 minutes? What did you exactly find out about us? How can you say something so ignorant without knowing of anything about the past 18 years we've spent together? The android tilts its head, looking confused. Answer this. How many minutes are there in a day?
1440분입니다.
How many in a year?
52만 5600분입니다.
Then what about 18 years?
946만 800분입니다.
As expected from a robot, her calculations are quick and accurate. That's right. Out of the 9,460,800 minutes I've spent with my father, you've only seen 5. That's less than 0.0001%, an insignificant amount. It's my fault that you've had to witness something like this. But that man is always finding the smallest excuses to teach me things that only he himself believes. Think of it as throwing out an entire pan of pizza because of a single burnt piece of pepperoni. Where's the logic in that? Lucy's eyes lose their focus. It's just like before. Could she be looking up something inside her memory chip again? Or maybe she's doing a search online? She returns after a moment.
죄송합니다, 주인님. 앞서 말하신 대부분의 의도를 루시는 완벽하게 파악하지 못하겠어요.
I figured as much. Cause and effect. The universe operates on this principle. If a father neglects his son, then of course the son would neglect his father in return. Who's at a bigger fault here?
하지만 주인님,
What?
말씀하신 피자는 한 조각의 파파로니만 바꾸면 완벽한 피자가 될 수 있답니다.
How much longer can I argue with this smiling, carefree robot? I lie down on my bed while hugging my throbbing head. Then I let out one of my trademark phrases. This is why I hate robots. They're all so stupid. Lucy appears to be brooding over something. After a while, she finally speaks up again.
주인님, 문제 해결을 위해서는 역시 어느 한쪽이 먼저 화해를 청해야 한다고 생각해요.
Then why should I be the one apologizing? I'm not the bad guy here.
주인님이 나쁘지 않더라도 먼저 화해를 요청해야 한다고 생각해요.
Not gonna happen. Shouldn't the old guy be more mature and understanding? I'm a high school student. I do stuff on impulse. Do you get what I mean by that?
아, 그건 하면 알아요. 오토바이를 타고 질주하면서 유리창을 깨고 다니는 시절을 말하는 거지요?
Kind of exaggerated, but as long as she gets my point. Yeah. I'm one of those kids these days that the adults are always going on about. It's natural that I'd have trouble controlling my emotions, so don't expect much from me. To be honest, I do think that I'm way more mature than the other kids at my age. This is all irrelevant, though. I'm sure anyone would take their family matters very seriously.
하지만 아버님이라고 사과하기가 쉽지는 않으실 거예요.
How do you know?
그런 성격이시니까요.
So you've learned so much from meeting him for just a few minutes. You're really impressive, I tell you.
시간의 길이는 중요하지 않아요. 루시의 안에는 방대한 양의 유사 정보가 축적되어 있거든요. 루시가 가지고 있는 여러 소스에 의하면
Sources? What kind of sources? Wikipedia? Reddit? 4chan? Ignoring my outburst, Lucy continues.
기록되어 있는 아버님의 행동 패턴 및 성향을 아버님께서는 의무에 충실하신 반면 고지식함과 완고함을 가지는 전형적인 가부장적인 남성의 면모를 보여주고 계십니다. 모든 감정을 억제하는 것이 가장으로서의 미덕이라고 여기고 계시는 거겠지요.
Okay, and?
평생에 걸쳐 쌓아온 습관을 바꾸기란 쉬운 일이 아니랍니다. 주인님께서 먼저 말을 해보시는 편이 좋을 것 같아요.
By the way,
네?
if you want me to make up with my father, that means I'll have to throw you out. He's not the type of person to make any compromises. Have you even realized this? I guess not.
어떻게 해야죠? 쫓겨나는 건 아주 곤란하거든요.
Don't ask me. Why don't you think before you talk next time? I shake my head. The reason behind this mess of a conversation is the fact that I'm talking to a robot. Sometimes I forget that she's a robot in the first place. And sometimes it's reversed, where I end up deliberately pointing out her flaws as a robot. And then everything in my head gets mixed up. This robot really knows how to stress people out. May 11th. Doctor. I don't know if it's a male or a female, but I'm going to assume male. Lucy. Lucy. Lucy Valentine. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Lucy Valentine?
루시?
Yes, Lucy Valentine. That is your name.
루시 발렌타인. 당신은?
Do you recognize who I am? Lucy slowly shakes her head. Is that so? I continue. I'm Dr. Ryu, and this is Cave Robotics Research Lab.
류원 박사.
Yes, Dr. Ryu. I am your creator.
나를 만든 사람.
Yes,
나를 만든 사람. 류원 박사. 류원 박사님.
Yes, Ryu. That is my name. It's funny to be saying all of this now, but yes, Ryu, that is my name. It's a bit of a late introduction, but be sure to cherish it and remember it.
기억했습니다. 류원 박사님.
October 14th. You.
주인님! 주인님!
My body is being shaken from side to side.
주인님!
Something is shaking my body. Ugh.
주인님, 일어나세요.
Oh, what do you want? Still feeling drowsy, I try my hardest to overcome the weight of my drooping eyelids. I finally manage to force open my eyes. And right before me was a pair of blue eyes the size of frying pans. Ah! I stare at Lucy in bewilderment as I find myself fallen off from my bed.
이제 아침이랍니다. 좋은 꿈 꾸셨나요?
Before I make any attempt to talk back to her, I decide to check the time. It was earlier than usual. I let out a big yawn. It's so early in the morning. Before I could ask why I was woken up so ahead of schedule, I start to sniff. I could smell something delicious. My room was filled with the mouth-watering scent. I tell myself that the neighbors must be cooking up something good. Then Lucy suddenly opens up her mouth.
아침 식사 준비가 되어 있답니다.
Those words were the most unexpected. Did you just say breakfast?
냉장고에 있는 재료로 간단한 한식 메뉴를 준비해봤어요. 다만 입에 맞으실지는 모르겠네요.
Breakfast. The word had a nostalgic ring to it. When was the last time I'd eaten something other than fast food for breakfast?
참, 특별히 싫어하시는 음식은 있으신가요?
No.
싫어하는 식재료는요?
No, nothing like that. I wanted to say carrots and cucumbers, but I decide against it. I didn't want to seem as an immature kid complaining about his food. It just doesn't fit my cool intellectual image. Still haven't fully woken up yet. I confirm my understanding with Lucy once more. So, you're telling me you've made breakfast?
네, 루시가 실력을 발휘해봤어요. 앞으로 10여 분 후면 완성이 되니 이것 마시고 조금 기다려주세요.
A cup of water is presented to me. I was just starting to get a little thirsty, too. As I grab hold of the cup, its pleasant coolness spreads along my skin. I feel embarrassed about following Lucy's orders, so I decide to make a small complaint as I put the cup to my lips. Next time you should wake me up when the food's actually ready.
안 돼요. 일어나자마자 식사를 하면 위와 장에 무리가 간답니다. 한 잔의 물로 장 활동을 재개시킨 이후에 음식물을 섭취하는 편이 좋아요.
How annoying. What a strict one this robot is. I enjoy the feeling of the cold water pouring down my throat and quenching my thirst. It feels like my insides are being cleansed thoroughly. Suddenly, I realize how absurd this whole situation is. The fact that someone is preparing breakfast for me? Could I still be dreaming? I feel like I'm on cloud 9. Lucy cheerfully skips towards the kitchen. I only continue to stare at her blankly. 10 minutes have passed. Only now I feel more awake. It's a pain how my body is really slow to start itself up. I begin to feel hungry. The smell of Lucy's cooking motivates me to drag myself out of bed. I head straight to the kitchen table. I'm stunned by the veritable feast laid out before me. A cloud of white steam is rising from the bowl of rice. The soup is boiling with intensity. The sound it's making is music to my ears. And there's a perfectly prepared fish along with a variety of side dishes. It'd be shameful to compare this to a lunchbox from a convenience store. Appearing to have sensed my delight, Lucy smiles pleasantly. Her voice is full of tease.
에헴.
I feel a sense of defeat. I begin to feel frustrated for no particular reason. I want to say something in reply, but decide to hold back. I take a seat in silence and lift my spoon.
맛이 어떠신가요?
I haven't even taken a bite yet. What's the rush? Just hold on a second.
자, 식기 전에 빨리 드세요.
Lucy takes a seat at the opposite end of the table. While striking a sly pose with a hand on her chin, she urges me to eat. It was as if the food was suddenly going to disappear if I didn't start soon. She's gazing at me intently. She's trying not to make it obvious, but I can tell that she's very eager to see my reaction. Whatever I say next will decide what her face will show. I take a spoonful of the glossy white rice and put it in my mouth. It's good. Perfect flavor and texture. While I'm at it, let's try some side dishes too. Marvelous. She really wasn't lying about her cooking skills. Let's be fair, though. She probably knows only the best recipes from around the world. And since she's a robot, there wouldn't be any inconsistencies in her cooking. If they had programmed her to be a top-level chef, then this was to be expected. There's nothing to be surprised about. But a robot's just a robot, and she wouldn't be able to top something that Mama used to make, as they say. Although, personally, I've never had an opportunity to taste my mother's cooking, so I can't compare. Looking back at Lucy, who was still staring at me with great anticipation, I think about what I should say. I can feel an aura of confidence around her, yet she appears to be worried at the same time. She's expecting me to say something. I finally make my reply. It tastes alright, I guess, or bleh, this is horrible. Nope, I'm gonna be truthful. Ish. Well, it tastes alright, I guess.
다행이네요.
Even with my meek response, she still lets out a big sigh of relief.
입맛에 맞으실까 내심 걱정했어요. 식성에 대한 정보가 부족했거든요.
You don't need to concern yourself with that. I've been eating fast foods all my life. I'll eat anything, even if you make me some porridge from pig intestines.
루시의 음식은 돼지죽과 동급이란 말이로군요.
Oh no.
요리 하나 제대로 못하는 루시를 부디 용서하세요.
Oh no.
정말 루시는 안드로이드 실격이에요.
She actually looks pretty depressed about this. She looks as if she's about to run off while leaving behind a trail of tears. Am I supposed to chase after her while holding a piece of bread in my mouth or something? No, that's not what I meant. I'm saying that it tastes better than what I'd expected. So you don't need to beat yourself up over it.
정말인가요?
Yeah.
정말 믿어도 되는 거죠?
Mm-hmm. It doesn't take long for Lucy to cheer up and start humming away happily. It's nice that she's easy to deal with. I continue to eat in silence while checking up on her after every few spoonfuls. And I'm going to end it here. I really don't know how much time has passed. But this is all I can do for now. So, I hope you guys are enjoying so far. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.